Welcome back, guys. Welcome to day 7. It's fully been a week since I started this hard challenge, and honestly, I'm feeling alright. I think the main thing I gotta focus on is sleep, because I be waking up early because I'm doing everything before my work, and I be getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, which is like not good. Like this morning, I woke up and I was not feeling it, but got up, went on a walk, boom. I don't know why, but it says 44 seconds and something, like, no, 44 minutes and like something amount of seconds. I promise to you guys, I walk what I do, my like method is that I walk, you know what I'm saying, I walk, and then when it's like 5 minutes left or 4 minutes left, I start to walk back to my house, and I have the app open, so as soon as it hits 45, I just click it to finish because it says exactly 45 minutes. I did the same thing today, and then on the post here it's saying, oh, you clocked in a 44 minute. What? Anyways, came back home, had some breakfast, the usual. 2 scoops of oatmeal, protein powder, peanut butter, chia seeds, blueberry, and some water. That was my second glass of water. All right, and before we start reading, skip to boom, that right there if you want to skip me reading, because it's pretty long. From what I told you guys yesterday, from the book here, the 44 Laws of Peace, they'll have like a bunch of questions here, and each day we're gonna be answering one, and I advise you guys to also answer as well. What are you good at? Damn. I would say I'm good at having a strong work ethic. Actually, not even really. I feel like my ethic is like off and on. I would say I'm a good friend. I would say I'm a good. Wait, what am I good at? Oh, like actually, okay. I say I am good at playing sports to some degree, basketball, volleyball. I would say I'm good at. Oh my god. I would say I'm a good content creator. Actually, no, not really. Yeah, I can't find a lot of things that I'm actually like good at. Because like the things that I do, I'm not even good at it. I'm like just below decent or not decent at all. So I'm trying to think like what am I actually like I'm good at editing videos, but not really though. Maybe I'm having like a sense of like imposter syndrome, but that's how I feel. I mean, okay, let me name at least one more thing that I'm good at. I would say I'm good at making others laugh, whether it be on some stupid stuff or just, I don't know, like flashback. This was back in I think it's grade 5 actually. I still remember it to this day. Me and my friends were inside a portable classroom doing English class, and my friend at the time, I don't know where he's at now, but his name is Kyle, white dude. I was sitting like Kyle's here, I'm here, and we're all in like a circle, just talking, like having a blast. Just cause like that period, the teacher's like, okay, everyone, read your books for this whole class, blah blah blah. Yo, nobody gonna read the, like, some people read their books. I read my book for maybe like the first like 10 minutes. I'm like, and after that I'm like, guys, let's just talk, because like I ain't trying to read a book. But we're in a circle just talking and laughing, chilling, and then I made this statement. I'm like, yo, I can definitely make anyone laugh. And then Kyle's like, make me laugh then, and everyone went quiet, like in like a funny quiet way. So I'm sitting across from Kyle like this, and I'm looking at him directly. He got like a stone cold face, and you know what I do to him? I don't even say a joke. I literally just like lightly slap his face, like a, and then he starts laughing. I start laughing, and everyone starts laughing. Like, well, like my friend group starts laughing. But I would say I'm funny. I have a degree of humor. But yeah, that was the question for today. Comment down below what y'all are good at, because y'all are probably definitely better than me. So okay, all right, on to the book. Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. So we left off yesterday talking about breathing. It's down. Okay, starting from here. So yesterday we were talking about like from this book, we're talking about breathing, we're talking about posture, we're talking about how there's two worlds, the inner world and outer world, but there's only one world, and your throat is kind of like a door that opens both. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, to eat lunch, is itself 1 o'clock. You will be somewhere, but the same place may not. Wait. You will be somewhere, but that place cannot be separated from 1 o'clock. For someone who actually appreciates our life, they are the same. But when we are tired of our life, we may say, I shouldn't have come to this place. It may have been better to have gone to some other place for lunch. This place is not so good. In your mind, you create an idea of a place separate from actual time. Or you may say, this is bad, so I should not do this. Actually, when you say I should not do this, you are doing not doing in that moment. What? So there is no choice for you. When you separate the idea of time and space, you feel as if you have some choice. But actually you have to do something, or you have to do nothing, or do nothing, or do or wait, what? You have to do something, or you have to do not doing, whatever that means. Not to do something is doing something. Good and bad are only in your mind, so we should not say that this is good or this is bad. Instead of saying bad, you should say not to do. If you think this is bad, it will create some confusion for you. So in the realm of pure religion, there is no confusion of time and space or good or bad. All that we should do is just do something as it comes. Do something. Whatever it is, we should do it, even if it's not doing something. We should live life in this moment. So when we sit, we concentrate on our breathing. I'm a freak, bro. What the hell am I talking about? And we become a swinging door. And we do something we should do, something we must do. This is Zen practice. In this practice, there is no confusion. If you establish this kind of life, you will have no confusion whatsoever. Tozan, a famous Zen master, said, the blue mountain is the father of the white cloud. The white cloud is the son of the blue mountain. All day long they depend on each other without being dependent on each other. The white cloud is always the white cloud. The blue mountain is always the blue mountain. This is a pure, clear interpretation of life. Okay, so from that page alone, I'm not really trying to hold on. When you separate the idea of time and space, you feel as if you have a choice, but actually you have to do something, or you have to do not doing. So I guess this page is more about living in the moment, but I gotta really read more. Hold up. Next page. There are many things like the white cloud and the blue mountain, man and woman, teacher and discipline, disciple. They depend on each other, but the white cloud should not be bothered by the blue mountain. The blue mountain should not be bothered by the white cloud. They are quite indeed independent, but yet dependent. This is how we live and how we practice Zazen. When we become truly ourselves, we just become a swinging door, and we are purely independent of and at the same time dependent upon everything. Without air, we cannot breathe. Each one of us is in the midst of myriads of the worlds. We are in the center of the world always. Bro, I cannot read. What am I saying? We are in the center of the world always, moment after moment. So we are completely dependent and independent. If you have this kind of experience, this kind of existence, you have absolutely independence. You will not be bothered by anything. So when you practice Zazen, your mind should be concentrating on your breathing. This kind of activity is a fundamental activity of universal being. Without this freedom, this practice, it is impossible to attain absolute freedom. Okay. Next page, or same page, but Control. To give your sheep or cow a large, spacious meadow is the way to control them. To live in the realm of Buddha, nature means to die as a small being. Moment after moment, when we lose our balance, we die. But at the same time, we also develop ourselves. We grow. Whatever we see is changing, losing its balance. The reason everything looks beautiful is because it is out of balance. But its background is also perfect. Background is always in perfect harmony. So I don't know what. Dude, this lighting. I have like a big ass mirror here, and like sometimes I question the lighting. Like y'all can see like my acne and okay, whatever. This is how everything exists in the realm of Buddha nature, losing its balance against the background of perfect balance. So if you see things without realizing the background of Buddha nature, everything appears to be in the form of suffering. But if you understand the background of existence, you realize that suffering itself is how we live and how we extend our life. So in Zen, sometimes we emphasize the imbalance of disorder in life. Nowadays, traditional Japanese painting has become pretty formal and lifeless. That is why modern art has developed. Ancient painters used to practice putting dots on a paper in an artistic disorder. This is rather difficult. Even though you try to do it, usually what you do is arranged in some order. You think you control it, but you cannot. It is almost impossible to arrange your dots out of order. It is the same with taking care of your everyday life. Even though you try to put people under some control, it is impossible. You cannot do it. The best way to control people is to encourage them to be mischievous. Then they will be in control in its wider sense. To give your sheep or cow a large spacious meadow is the way to control them. So it is with people. First, let them do what they want and watch them. This is the best policy. To ignore them is not good. That is the worst policy. The second worst is trying to control them. The best one is to watch them, just to watch them, without trying to control them. The same way works for yourself as well. If you want to obtain perfect calmness in your zazen, you should not be bothered by the various images you find in your mind. Let them come, let them go. Then they will be under control. But this policy is not so easy. It sounds easy, but it requires some special effort. How to make this, hold up, next page. How to make this kind of effort is a secret of practice. Suppose you are sitting under some extraordinary circumstances. If you try to calm your mind, you will be unable to sit. And if you try not to be disturbed, your effort will be not in the right place. The only effort that will help you is to count your breathing, or concentrate on your inhaling and exhaling. We say concentration, but to concentrate your mind on something is not the true purpose of Zen. The true purpose is to see things as they are, to observe things as they are, and to let everything go as it is. This is to put everything under control in its widest sense. Zen practice is to open up our small mind, so concentrating is just an aid to help you realize big mind, or the mind that is everything. If you want to discover the true meaning of Zen in your everyday life, you have to understand the meaning of keeping your mind on your breathing and your body in the right posture in Zazen. You should follow the rules of practice and your study. Oh my gosh, it's sturdy. Oh my god, sturdy. Okay. You should follow the rules of practice and your study should become more subtle and careful. Only in this way can you experience the vital freedom of Zen. Dogen Zenji said, time goes from present to past. This is absurd, but it is he actually cooked present to past because like I'm talking to you all right now, but what I just said is in the past now. So it was present. Okay, that's fire. This is absurd, but in our practice, sometimes it is true. Instead of time progressing from past to present, it goes backwards from present to past. Yoshun, okay, I'm sorry if I didn't say his name right. Yoshisun was a famous warrior who lived in the medieval Japan. Because of the situation of the country at the time, he was sent to the northern provinces where he was killed. Before he left, he bade farewell to his wife, and soon after she wrote in a poem, "Just as you unreel the thread of a spool, I want the past to become the present." When she said this, actually she made past time present. In her mind, the past became alive and was the present. So as Dojin said, time goes from present to past. This is not true in our logical mind, but it is the actual experience of making past time present. There we have poetry, and there we have human life. When we experience this kind of truth, it means we have found the true meaning of time. Time constantly goes from past to present and from present to future. This is true, but it is also true that it goes from future to present and from present to past. Future to present. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. A Zen master once said, "To go eastward 1 mile is to go westward 1 mile. This is vital freedom." We should acquire this kind of perfect freedom, but perfect freedom is not found with some rules. People, especially young people, think that freedom is to just do what they want. But in Zen, there is no need for rules, but it is necessary for us to have some rules. But this does not mean always to be under control. As long as you have rules, you have a chance for freedom. To try to obtain freedom without being aware of the rules means nothing. It is required that this perfect freedom that we practice Zazen. So far, what I'm getting from these chapters or from these pages, let me just like go back a bit just to reconcile. I feel like a lot of it is like, what? Let me see this. Because a lot of it, I feel like they're circling back to like the one point of like, you know, being the now, like in the present type shit. Yeah, I think it's like more of like the fact that the guy Dojin said the present is the past. Like I said earlier, like I'm talking to you right now, but the sentence that I just finished is now in the past. You know what I'm saying? So the past is the present, the future is the present. Then mind waves. Beware, we enjoy all aspects of life as an unfolding of big mind. We do not care for an excess of joy, so we have interputal composure. When you are practicing Zazen, do not try to stop your thinking. Let it stop by itself. If something comes into your mind, let it come in and let it go out. It will not stay long. When you try to stop your thinking, that means you're bothered by it. Do not be bothered by anything. My eyes kind of itchy. I'm sorry, guys. If something comes from the outside your mind, but actually it is only the waves of your mind, and if you're not bothered by the waves, gradually they will become calmer and calmer. In 5 or at most 10 minutes, your mind will be completely serene and calm. At the time, your breathing will completely quiet slow, while your pulse will become a little faster. It will take a lot of time before you find your calm, serene mind in your practice. Many sensations come, many thoughts or images rises, but they are just waves of your own mind. Nothing comes from outside your mind. Usually we think of our mind as a receiving impressions and expressions from outside, but that is not true. Understanding our mind, the true understanding is that the mind comes from includes everything. When you think of something coming, when you think something comes from the outside, it means only that something appears in your mind. Nothing outside yourself can cause any trouble. You yourself make the waves in your mind. If you leave your mind as it is, it will become calm. This mind is called big mind. So from that, when you're like meditating and you're just like chilling for real, the thoughts that come in your head aren't from outside. It's your mind making it up. Like your mind. Okay. Cooking. If your mind is related to something outside itself, that mind is a small mind, unlimited mind. If your mind is not related to anything else, then there is no dualistic understanding in the activity of your mind. You understand activity as just waves of your mind. Big mind experiences everything within itself. Do you understand the difference between the two minds? The mind which includes everything and the mind that which is related to something. Actually, they are the same thing, but the understanding is different, and your attitude towards life will be different according to which understanding you have. That everything is included within your mind is the essence of mind. To experience this is to have religious feeling. Even through waves arise, the essence of your mind is pure. It is just clear water with a few waves. Actually, water always has waves. Waves are the practice of the water. To speak of waves apart from water or water apart from waves is a delusion. Water and waves are one. Big mind and small mind are one. When you understand your mind in this way, you have some more security in your feeling. As your mind does not expect anything from outside, it is always filled. A mind with waves in it is not a disturbed mind, but actually an amplified one. Whatever you experience is an expression of big mind. The activity of big mind is to amplify itself through various experiences. In one sense, our experiences coming one by one are always fresh and new, but in the other sense, they are nothing but continuous or repeating unfolding of one of the big mind. For instance, if you have something good for breakfast, you would say, "This is good." Good is supplied as something experienced something long ago, even though you may not remember it when. Oh my god, the stuttering is crazy. I'm sorry, guys. With big mind, we accept each of our experiences as if recognizing the face we see in a mirror as our own. For us, there is no fear of losing this mind. There is nowhere to come or go. There is no fear or death. No suffering from old age or sickness because we enjoy all aspects of life as an unfolding of big mind. We do not care for excessive joy. We have imputable composure, and it is with that imputable composure of big mind that we practice zazen. I don't really get this chapter. Mind waves, like I'm not trying to piece it together, but I think I just need more time, like, for myself to read it, because I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like I get it, but not entirely get it, but you get the point. Mind weeds. You should rather be grateful for the weeds you have in your mind, because eventually they will enrich your practice. When the alarm rings in the morning and you get up, I think you do not feel so good. Yep. He knows. It is not easy to go and sit, and even after you arrive at the zendo of being zazen, you have to encourage yourself to sit well. These are just waves of your mind. In pure zazen, there will not be any waves in your mind. While you are sitting, these waves will become smaller and smaller, and your effort will change into a subtle feeling. We say pulling the weeds, we give nourishment to the plant. We pull the weeds and bury them near the plant to give it nourishment. So even though you have some difficulty in your practice, even though you have some waves while you're sitting, those waves themselves will help you. So you should not be bothered by your mind. You should rather be grateful for the weeds, because eventually they will enrich your practice. If you have experience of how the weeds in your mind change into mental nourishment, your practice will make remarkable progress. You will feel the progress. You will feel how they change into self-nourishment. Of course, it is not so difficult to give some philosophical or psychological interpretation of our practice, but that is not enough. We must have the actual experience of how weeds change into nourishment. Strictly speaking, any effort we make is not good enough for our practice because it creates waves in our mind. It is impossible, however, to obtain absolute calmness of our minds without any effort. We must make some effort, but we must forget ourselves in the effort we make. What? Sorry guys, my back is low-key hurting right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not make it hurt any longer. But we must forget ourselves in the effort we make. In this realm, there is no subject or objectivity. Excuse me. Thank you. Our mind is just calm without even awareness. Is this unawareness? Every effort and every idea and thought will vanish. So it is necessary for us to encourage ourselves to make an effort up to the last moment. When all effort disappears, you should keep your mind on your breathing until you are not aware of your breathing. We should try to continue our effort forever, but we should not expect to reach some stage when we will forget all about it. We should try to practice our mind on our breathing. That is our actual practice. That effort will be refined more and more while you are sitting. At first, the effort will make you quite rough and impure, but by the power of practice, the effort will become purer and purer. When your effort becomes pure, your body and mind become pure. This is the way we practice Zen. Once you understand an innate power to purify ourselves and surroundings, you can act properly. And you will learn those from those around you, and you'll become friendly with others. This is the merit of Zen practice, but the way to practice is just to be concentrated on your breathing with the right posture and with great pure effort. This is how we practice Zen. Okay. The marrow of Zen, marrow, M-A-R-R-O, marrow of Zen. In the Zazen posture, your mind and body have great power to accept things as they are, arguably or disarguably. In our scriptures, I'm gonna butcher this so bad, so forgive me. Samyuttagama Sutra, volume 33. It is said that there are 4 kinds of horses: excellent ones, good ones, poor ones, and bad ones. The best horse will run slow, fast, right, left at the driver's will before it sees the shadow of the whip. The second best will run as well as the first one just before the whip reaches its skin. The third one will run it when it feels pain on its body, and the fourth will run it after the pain penetrates to their marrow of its bone. You can imagine how difficult it is for the fourth one to learn how to run. When we hear this story, most of us want to be the best horse. If it is impossible to be the best one, we want to be the second best. This is, I think, the usual understanding of this story and of Zen. You may think that when you sit in Zazen, you will find out whether you are one of the best horses or the worst one. Here, however, this is a misunderstanding of Zen. If you think the aim of Zen practice is to train you to become one of the best horses, you will have a big problem. This is not the right understanding. I'm so sorry. Understanding. If you practice Zen in the right way, it does not matter whether you are the best horse or the worst horse. When you consider the mercy of Buddha, how do you think Buddha would feel about the 4 kinds of horses? He will have more sympathy for the worst one than the best one. When you are determined to practice Zazen with the great mind of Buddha, you will find the worst horse is the most valuable one. In your very perfections, you will find the basis of your firm, way-seeking mind. Those who can sit perfectly physically usually take more time to obtain the true way of Zen, the actual feeling of Zen, the mirror of Zen. But those who find great difficulties in practice in Zen will find more meaning to it. So I think that sometimes the best horse may be the worst horse, and the worst horse can be the best one. So it's like a tongue twister. If you study calligraphy, this is the last page, sorry if I'm boring you out, but I love you. If you study calligraphy, you will find that those who are not so clever usually become the best calligraphers. You guys don't know what that is? It's like I think it's like a study of how writing or something like that. I think who are very those who are very clever with their hands are often encounter great difficulty after they reach a certain stage. This is also true in art and in Zen. It is true in life. So when we talk about Zen, we cannot say he is good or he is bad in the ordinary sense of the words. The posture taken in Zazen is not the same for us. For some, it may be impossible to take the cross-legged posture, but even though you cannot take the right posture, when you arouse your real way-seeking mind, you can practice Zen in its true sense. Actually, it's easier for those who have difficulties in sitting to arouse the true way-seeking mind than for those who can sit easily. When we reflect on what we're doing in our everyday lives, we are always ashamed of ourselves. One of my students wrote to me saying, "You sent me a calendar and I'm trying to follow the good mottos which appear on each page, but the year has hardly begun and I've already failed." Dojin Zenji said, Shoshaku Joshaku. Shaku generally means mistake or wrong. Shoshaku Jushaku means to succeed wrong with wrong, or one continuous mistake. According to Dojin, one continuous mistake can also be Zen. A Zen master's life could be said to so many years of Shokashuza. I guess that just means like constant failure can lead to success. Is what I'm like getting from this. This means so many years of one single-minded effort. We say a good father is not a good father. Do you understand? One who thinks he is a good father is not a good father. One who thinks he's a good husband is not a good husband. One who thinks he is one of the worst husbands may be the good one if he's trying to be the good husband with single heart efforts. All right, that was the 10 pages of today. What did I even learn? The mind waves. So far I've been like meditating in a way, kind of like every morning I wake up and I like sit on my bed like this and I just breathe in and out for like 5 minutes or so. And in my mind I'm just thinking about like, is this over yet? Or like I'm thinking about like my breathing, but I think I gotta practice more about the Zazen practices, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta be in my mode, just like really think about it, let my thoughts come in and let them go, and then I gotta focus on that. And that last part really stuck with me. Dojin, he said, success, what did he say again? He said like success is done by multiple continuous mistakes, something like that. Hold on, let me, what did he say? He said, to succeed wrong with wrong. Yeah. So that really stuck with me because it's like, if you think about it, like even athletes, the more you fail at something, you're actually getting better at it because you're learning. I mean, that's only if you're learning from your mistakes, but that's what I see. But hey, that is the reading portion of the video. Thank you guys for reading or listening to me read. Now we're going on to the workout today. It is shoulder and chest day, and I'll see you guys on the workout. Peace. Okay, chest day. Starting off with some dumbbell presses, starting with 50 pounds, trying to up the weight, making sure the form is proper. I always start with the right because, my right chest is actually smaller than my left. Left hand, yup. 1, 2. Pretty light for me. I think I need to get like a adjustable weight that like weighs more. I mean, it's not light, but I feel like once I do, okay, next workout. Incline dumbbell press. Making sure, this is the first time that I actually felt it on my upper chest because I need to arch like my back more. Pause. But like with that, like I actually like feel it more on my upper chest now. But yeah. Next workout, dumbbell ladder raises, some light for me. Always starting off with the left because my left shoulder, my entire left arm is smaller than my right. So like I gotta tee up on that. I was actually thinking of doing like rear delt shoulders workout as well, but I'm gonna keep that for the next chest day. And boom, finishing off with some shoulder presses. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. I need to work on my lower chest because I need to have that perfect like cusp curve like at the bottom, but I don't have that. But hey, selfie of the day, looking fresh just off the shower. Turns out I went in the shower and the water was like I put it on like warm. And it was just freezing cold. And I was already in. I was butt ass naked. I'm like, you know what? No. So I went in that freezing cold water. I got the shower done. And that is how I'm looking out today. Not too shabby. And let's get on to the lunch for today. And for lunch, we had the leftover beef from yesterday. So boom, some beef. We got some leftover, some greens, and 2 pieces of some roti. Overall, it was pretty good. However, I'm not going to lie. When I cooked the beef yesterday, I used a lot of oil. So when I reheated this beef and I put it on the plate and I'm eating, I'm feasting down, bro, when I lift up the roti
fam, there was oil everywhere, and I felt disgusted. I'm like, oh my god. So next time, I think the play is to use less oil or to use like those like sprays, because I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of oil. And then for dinner, we had some chicken. Shout out to my mamacita. Two more rotis and some more greens. Overall, also the chicken also had some zucchini. I'm not a fan of it, but it tasted pretty good. So thank you guys for watching the video. You already know how it goes. Subscribe to all of the channels by yours truly. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. Day 7. Keeping up, making sure I'm disciplined, sticking to the routine, and not caring about my feelings. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been some days when I woke up and I'm just like, man, I'm not trying to do this. But I've never been in once in my life like properly disciplined with like actually anything. So I'm gonna keep on pushing until Japan, which is on August 22nd. I'm not gonna lie, uploads won't be as consistent. However, I will be posting more on my TikTok for sure, and my Instagram story, and like YouTube Shorts probably. So subscribe to all of those, follow all of those. But thank you guys for watching the videos. I love you guys a lot, and day 8 is tomorrow. Peace.